Frogs will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Florida State Seminoles will have some work to do after that short return. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Oh, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
The expressway is wide open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Back to pass, it's Sims. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. And the pass is intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their 1st sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away,
and the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from way back there. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. Follows a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They're trying to get to it. And down he goes back at the 3. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. There he goes. Open it up. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He's got his man.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
To the air, it's Sims. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot. They've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll go right back to him. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play action fake. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Second down coming up. Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sims. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're going to throw it again. Coming after it. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Noles want to move quickly. Fourth down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires into the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It's caught. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, what a great break on the... Squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He breaks a tackle. Afterburner's coming. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, and when you're backed up coming out, you got to get that first down. You got to get a little bit of yards. You don't want to punt out of your own end zone. Nice job feeding the rock, handing it off, and getting a big gain.
Yeah, but conversely, David, doesn't someone on defense have to make a play? I mean, you know you have this golden opportunity now to at least get a stop.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. In the waning seconds of the first half, doesn't hurt to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch down the right side. And he breaks into the open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense, man, staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
And the Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On third down, going up top. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
This one's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah,
and he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge game there.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended. That is what... A defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need...
And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Don't. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking downfield, it's Sims. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking to buy time. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this.
Have Nole Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the lone running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's the handoff. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Back to throw, it's Sims. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd and long. They keep attacking through the air. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today that they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by a field goal over Penn State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On the run, it's Battle. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
Up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. I'll tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Sims. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think
and a sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. A third and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Terry. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You gotta stop turning the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
He's open on the right. He's off to the races. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Terry. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
He's back to throw on second down. Floats it out in space. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We are not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And the Seminoles are in the hurry up. To the air, it's Sims. Lofts one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career eye.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Buys a little time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Sims. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that. To make the INT, you can almost put this one away.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.